The time we had the last hit in Sierra Leone during the war, when some of our brothers, their arms were cut off, some were killed, some were raped. And for the past 15 years, we have forgotten about it. We are all living in peace, happily. This is more than war. Because during the war, we will know, the rebel is coming from this end. Then we'll run to this end. But for Ebola, it's not like that. Maybe your child will contact the virus and she is sick. And who is the person to take care of that child? It's you, the mother or the father. For you to look your child dying without touching, it's very terrible. For me to work at the Ebola Center, it was frightening to me and also my kids, especially Helen. She is the eldest. She would say, "Oh, auntie, why are you working at the Ebola Center? I'm hearing nurses are dying, doctors are dying. Don't you think you are risking your life and even your family?" But I told them I think I have to do it because I made a pledge to my country as a nurse that I will always be ready to serve my nation in good times and in bad times. So fighting Ebola in my country makes me very proud. Saving lives also makes me very proud as a citizen. So I think I'm happy. For the first time for me to go inside to see Ebola patients with my naked eyes, I was really afraid and scared. I even asked myself at one point in time, what am I doing here? When somebody contacted this virus, it will bring you to zero. You will not be the person you used to be. You will just be wishing to die. Because most of the patients will say, "Oh, I think I won't make it. It's better for me to die," because they suffered a lot. For the first 1 to 2 weeks, when we had death cases, I cried. Sometimes when I go home, I won't sleep. I'll just say, "Oh God, where are you? Your people are really suffering." It's very pathetic to see, especially these little children who can't speak because they were unable to even tell you the way they are feeling. What is happening to them, they can't. Where they are feeling pains, they can't. You are just doing a blind job, you know? When there is fever, you treat the fever. When there is diarrhea, you try to control the diarrhea. When there is vomiting, you try to control the vomiting. One of my friends who is Aisata contacted the virus through a patient at the Kinyama Road Hospital, and she had to die. It was really, really difficult for me. That gives me more fear. I was very, very afraid. I even say, "Oh, I will not work in any hospital." For every day I come to work, my mind is made up because the expatriate always gives us the courage, you know, and the zeal to work. So I trusted them so much. My life was laid in their hands. All the nurses, all the hygienists, all the lab technicians, the expatriates, the sprayers, you know, everybody who works in the ETC is a hero because we were really exposed. Ebola is still not yet finished. So we should be conscious, especially at this point in time, as the most dangerous moment now we are in. We should not get tired because this is the ending point and it's the most dangerous point. I hope that Ebola will finish once and for all. We'll go back to these past lives, enjoying going to the clubs, going to beaches, traveling from one point to another, doing our normal businesses. We'll really celebrate it. And you heard from us. That's Sierra Leone is celebrating Ebola over.